Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl Davelin. So today, this is the third episode of the podcast. Today, I want to be very vulnerable with you guys because I feel like vulnerability is something that's so important in my opinion. So where should I start? So as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about how I stopped. I still struggle with it now, but it's something that I had to kind of call myself out on it because it was something that I was doing, and that is basically comparing myself to others. So I'm not saying that like comparing myself to others was something I did because I didn't have what they had, or I didn't live the life that they were living. Where my comparing actually stemmed from was my health. So when I was growing up, Ooh, this is hard to talk about. This is hard to talk about. But when I was growing up, I was someone who was very sick. Like, if you knew me, or you were around me, you would know that Davelin is always sick. Where's Davelin? She's sick. I mean, to the people that like care about my well-being. But for the people that actually cared about my well-being, I was always sick. Okay? They knew that Daphne was always sick. So when it came to going to class trips or going to I used to go to I used to be in the choir, and literally every time that the choir would have a concert or somewhere that you know our teacher was making us go sing, I would be sick. So I literally grew up as someone who missed out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of like fun things that, my childhood came with because I was sick. So growing up, I I always missed like class trips. I always missed like events that were happening in my school, in my church. Sometimes I would miss some of my sister's like events because I couldn't go to them. So when I was growing up with this like mindset and this mentality of, always being the sick child, I started to like compare myself. Even now, like even like I think 2 3 years ago, I remember I used to be, and I think everyone does this, but sometimes you look at your peers that you went to school with, and then you see their life and you're looking at your life. You basically compare, and that's what I did. I basically compared. I was, I remember I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, like look at this girl, look at this guy, like look at what he's doing, look at what she's doing. And I remember my mom, and I would never forget, I think when she told me this, like my whole like perception changed, and I feel like that's what allowed me to stop like comparing myself to others. So basically what she told me was, Davi, so you see these people doing these things now. And she just looked at me and she just said, yes, you're seeing these things, but you have to know that, Davi, that's life. Like, you can't compare yourself to others because everyone has their own story. Like, everyone has their time. Like, everyone has, their moment. So I really struggled with comparing myself because of like, my health and how sick I am. And I'm still, doing that sometimes. Like, every time I'm on social media and I see like celebrities or influencers, and you seeing their life, and you're looking at your life and you're like, wow, like I wish I was them. I would literally be online looking at these people's lives, and I just remember what my mom told me, and I think that's what helped me a bit. Most of these people that are showing you their lives or that are showing you where they are, like, they're very unhappy. Like, I could be comparing myself to someone that is very unhappy and sad. Yes, I'm gonna quote Megan Thee Stallion. She's in her song, I think it's called Cobra. But in that song, she talks about how she says this line. She says something about these girls wishing they were me, but she's here trying to like kill, like, kill herself. That's the reality of it, is that like little girls and even grown women like me, we look on social media and we look at like these people's lives and we compare ourselves. Yeah, so that was the problem that I had. And I wouldn't say I had this problem like when I was like very, very young. I think it started like probably when I was like in high school, that I really started comparing myself, because I really started comparing myself to others, because that's when like it really got bad for me health wise. I would just be at school and I'll just see my classmates or like be like very jolly and happy, and I just felt envious of it when like I would just like be like, why can't I just be like them? Like, why can't I just be? And it was just annoying because it was inevitable, like, because I couldn't make the pain go away. I couldn't stop, what I was going through. I still can't stop it now. It's still a problem now, but the me back then is not the me now. Do you know what I mean? So I just I was just someone who just really just like literally would sit and just like observe like everyone I was around. Like, I would observe my classmates, my peers. I would observe people at my church, like the teenagers. I would observe even my siblings, my sisters. I would observe them. It was just so much observance that I was doing, and to be honest, I still do that. When I look on social media, I still observe and say, gosh, like, why can't I just be like this person? My advice, closing out this video, try, because I won't sit here and tell you that it's gonna go away like it's like some type of like you wave a magic wand over it and you stop comparing yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, but I feel like you should try to keep yourself accountable, like, of when you do it. Like, ask yourself, why does it matter, or why do you have to be like this person, or you know what I mean? Like, just like ask yourself these things. I'm still a work in progress. I still sometimes have the thoughts of, why can't I be like this person? I feel like it's normal to have it, but I feel like it's abnormal to a point where like it makes you depressed. That's why I feel like I wanted to talk about today, is that don't get to the point where you're gonna feel depressed. In my life, where I was very depressed because I was asking God, why couldn't I be like this person? Why couldn't I be like that? Why couldn't I be like that person? And I think I was just like also angry at the fact, like, every time I would see, a peer, or I'll be on social media, I will scroll and I will see, like, it just made me so like angry. And it's like, why am I getting angry for this? Like, I don't know these people. I don't know their life. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know, what they're going through behind the scenes. Like, this is probably something that they also do to just cope. Like, I don't know these people, so why should I give these people the satisfaction of comparing myself to them? Do you know what I mean? So tell that to yourself, and trust me, yeah, it will help you. It shouldn't be something that leads you into depression, or it shouldn't be something that changes you, or changes your mood, or changes your behavior, or makes you miserable, or makes you sad, or makes you hate people, or makes you do people or makes you do bad things to people, it shouldn't go to that lens, because it does go to that lens. Because when people compare themselves, it takes you down a very dark path of self-harm, just a lot of things. I hope there's like a takeaway in the video, you guys, because this is something that is just heavy on my heart to talk about, because I feel like we all do this. And then a lot of people always telling us, oh, you shouldn't compare yourself. Oh, you have to stop comparing yourself. Like, it's not easy. I'm thankful that it didn't lead me down a bad path, because if it did, I wouldn't, my mentality wouldn't be what it is today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Also, don't forget to stream my music. This channel, I upload my music on here, and I also upload my music on every music platform. So you can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, what's that other one? Amazon, app. I said Apple already. And yeah, so you can find my music anywhere. I'm gonna have my music linked down below, and also all like the places you guys can follow me. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I see today 'cause you said I should.